there, this is Angela. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back. Thanks for stopping in, and this is going to be another weekly garden update. It's Saturday, May 8th, and I'm just out here checking on things. We did have a frost advisory last night after I'd already gotten 13 tomato plants in. It was only supposed to get down to 35, which I think with when you consider microclimates, there could potentially be frost in that situation. But I took a chance and I didn't cover my tomato seedlings, and let's just see how they did. So they're all here in these grow bags and they look fine. I know there can be a lag time from when a frost happens to when you see the damage, but I think they're okay. And I slept in too late this morning to go out and see if we actually had frost. Like by the time I got up, which I needed the sleep, by the time I got up, the temperature was already up to 43. So I bet we probably didn't even have a frost. And there's probably not going to be any damage to my seedlings. So yay. So other than that, I think early in the week this week, it's just going to kind of be a waiting game to let this cold snap continue to move through and pass. And then I'll be able to really get everything in, all the rest of the seedlings, all the seeds that can be direct seeded. So I can't wait. I love a good spring, but this one's kind of lasting a long time. And that'll probably be it for today. I might be back out here filming, but probably not. So I'll catch up with you tomorrow. Hey there, it's Sunday, May 9th, and I'm just out here taking a quick peek at the garden. I haven't been out here all day. It's been raining for the past day or so. I figure I ought to see a lot of new growth, hopefully, although it's pretty cold too. So I'm not sure how that's all gonna pan out. But I think the rain's been great for my plants. Cabbage seedlings getting so big. It looks like I've got a squash popping up. That sounded funny. This one's called Cash Flow. I've grown it before. So that is good to see. I didn't know if the cold temperatures that we've been having would inhibit the germination for the squash. And now I'm a little wondering if the cold nights that are ahead might hurt it, but we'll only find out. We've just installed a light fixture on our shed. So it's motion censored, so that'll be nice, and it has the light globe, 3 different light globes on it that we can point in different directions. So just a little security feature there. So that's about it for today. I'm gonna head inside and wind down this Sunday evening. Hey there, it's Monday, May 10th, and we're having a nice day. And I'm out here checking on the garden. There's a few updates. Not too much has happened. It's a little slow right now, but there's a couple of new things to show you. So far, I've just seen one of my tomato plants, the ones that I got in early, with flowers. I'm not sure if that's focusing or showing up. So there's a couple flowers on there. This one's called New Yorker, and it is distinctly meant to flower and produce earlier for people with shorter growing seasons. So it's kind of expected, but still exciting. It's my first year growing that variety, so I'm happy to see that it's doing what it's touted to do. So that's kind of exciting. And so far I'm not seeing any flowers on the other tomato plants, but they probably won't be far behind. And all the varieties of corn that I've planted have sprouted, some of them more vigorously than others. I've got some old seeds in a couple of these buckets that were the last ones to germinate, and they seem to be growing more slowly. So I'm guessing that's due to the age of the seeds, most likely. And other than just checking on things, I did a little bit of weeding, and I filled up a bunch more of my pots here, and in those I'm going to put herbs and pepper plants. I've got so many pepper seedlings. I didn't really expect to do very well because I usually don't have a good pepper season any year. So I overdid it and figured I'll plant a whole bunch of seeds. And if I do that, I'll at least get some. But surprisingly, they've all done really well. So I'm going to put probably 6 or 7 plants in the front bed here in front of my row of cabbages. And then a bunch more in the bigger pots towards the back. And I'll probably end up giving some seedlings away to friends. And I think we have had our last frost. I'm confident this time, but we still are having some cold nights this week, so I'm not going to get the peppers out here overnight just yet. Probably on Saturday or Sunday I'll get those out here to stay, and along with all the other seedlings, and try to get anything that can be direct seeded in as well. So it's going to be a busy weekend. Hopefully nothing comes up to take me out of my garden. Hey there, it's Saturday, May 15th, and this is the big weekend. We're done with frost, and the nighttime temperatures are going to be in the 50s. Shouldn't be any lower than the 50s going forward. So everything's getting planted out this weekend, and I'm so excited. Today's the big day. All the seedlings are going in. So today is the big day, and probably tomorrow too, because I'm sure I'm not going to get everything planted in one day, but I'm going to tuck a lot of the veggies into this mostly ornamental bed here. And check out this red Prince Weigela. Oh, I blocked the light there, sorry about that. It's a shrub and it's getting ready to open up. Look at all those buds. This is a really good plant for pollinator attractors. Also, it's supposed to attract hummingbirds, but looks like it's going to be the first year that we're going to have this many flowers on it. So hopefully that will be true. It was very small in the past couple of years that we had it here, so it didn't see a whole lot of action. So I'm hoping this year with all these blooms we'll get some hummingbirds. And I do have my work cut out for me. That's okay. I think it's going to be the perfect day. Beautiful day. I've kind of been delivering all my seedling trays over here where they're all going to go, and trying to figure out some sort of plan, because I'm going to end up needing to put most of these tomatoes into grow bags, and also utilize these pots for things like herbs and peppers, and try to get some kind of order so it's not just all a big mess. And maybe I'll kind of use this space here, which is pretty open, for some kind of layout for all these pots. I think I'm going to end up yanking out these cabbage seedlings in this first bed up here. They're not really doing anything, and at this point it's going to be dead heat of summer before they're big enough to produce anything, and they don't like the dead heat of summer. So this is going to be all peppers here. I was able to fit most of my pepper seedlings in here, and then I've got a few that'll go on the other side of the house, and then a few I can put in pots. And today is a bright, sunny, not a cloud in the sky kind of day. And I realized that, and especially because it's going to get warm, it may not be the best time to be getting seedlings in, because they might be overtaxed with the heat. But sometimes you have to work with the time that you have, and if today's the only day I have to get these in, I got to get them in. So what I did, I don't have any shade cloth per se, but I had some of this leftover mosquito netting, so I kind of gently laid it over the plants and bunched it up, hoping that that'll give them a little bit of relief from the hot sun. And I'll check on them throughout the day, see how they're doing. So hopefully that'll work. So it's a little bit later now. It looks like we've got some cloud cover coming in, so that's really good. And the only other things I've done since getting the peppers in are get these grow bags filled with soil, so tomatoes are going to go there. And I did plant some random things over on the other side of the house for like edible landscaping, so we'll take a look at those later. So 4 hours and 1 clothing change later, because it's hot out here, sweaty. I've got almost everything in. I got almost all my seedlings in. There's a few that I'm gonna have to like scrounge to find places for, but come along, I'll show you what I got in. So hubby's mowing the lawn right now. I'm gonna try to work around the lawnmower noise. So I'm looking at the garden from the back side here, and in my grow bags, which mostly have tomatoes and some potatoes, I got some pepper plants in. I had 4 empty bags here, so I went ahead and put some peppers in there. And my potatoes are sprouting, so that's good. Yeah, it's exciting. Kind of just go forward here. There's the remnants of all my planting and some more containers. I just give them a good spray down and let them dry and use them again the next year. And I've got a lot of things in pots, and what I'm trying to put in these large pots, they're just like a plastic, are herbs, maybe some flowers, nothing that gets real big. And I got some more tomatoes in these 7-gallon grow bags. So that's good. That's almost all my tomatoes that I'm going to get in for myself. I do have a lot of seedlings left that I'll just give away to family and friends. And of course, you saw the peppers earlier. In the second bed from the front, I just have garlic and some beets and radishes. So nothing new there, and nothing new in these other hard-sided beds. While he's mowing over on this side, it might be best if we go on around. I'll show you the other side, but you saw most everything I planted there. Some of the hard work was just filling up those grow bags with soil. But it's nice, good potting soil, which I rarely splurge on potting soil. I usually just get topsoil or garden soil. But I'm finding that when I use that in my grow bags in smaller containers, it compacts really easily. So this year I splurged on some actual potting soil, which was nice, so rich. So in my bed over here on the other side of the house, I put in some sunflowers along the back. It's hard to see them right now. They're just small seedlings. Probably can't. Right there, and then down there. And I got some cilantro. I bought that seedling from the store. I didn't start that one myself. And this is an eggplant that I got in today. And I've got jalapeno pepper there. So that was one of my seedlings. There's another eggplant. And this is a tomatillo. This is my first year growing these, so I'm really excited to see how those do. And I did put little basil seedling in there, Genovese. Most of the herbs, other than the few that are growing in this front bed here, are just in those black pots over on the other side. So my thought with keeping the herbs and some of the pollinator attracting flowers in the smaller pots, they're easier to move around, so I can move them closer to the kitchen door if I want easy access to the herbs. And then for the pollinator attracting flowers, I can move those around to different locations in the garden to get some more action in those spots. So I'm pretty happy with the progress that I made today, and I still got a lot of actual seeds to get in, things that can be direct seeded. And I think that might be a project for later this evening or tomorrow if it's not raining all day. I think that's probably going to be it for this week's update, and I hope your garden's getting off to a great start. I hope you're having great weather and you're getting all your plants in. I hope you found this video helpful, or at least interesting and entertaining a little bit. And if you did, please like and subscribe. You don't have to, but I would greatly appreciate it. And until next time, this is Angela signing off with a friendly reminder to get out there and play in the dirt.